called our agent in the morning right after we found the leak, and they sent IRS out within an hour and a half to 2 hours max. It was so fast I really didn't even realize how much they'd done. Then the team that came out and did the work, I couldn't believe they came out and worked through the night to get the house cleaned up and at least livable again. It was incredible to watch them work with the courtesy, the professionalism that you rarely see today, but is something that you are glad to have, especially in a situation like this when things get turned upside down at a moment's notice. Get things done quickly, professionally, and they were here till like 11 o'clock at night to get it done, and that was awesome. We were able to go back to bed at night and knowing that things were getting fixed and getting taken care of. So basically I walked into my front bedroom where I keep my office, and I noticed that the carpet was warm. I said, man, that's weird. Didn't realize it was actually wet. And from there I thought, well, I better go check to see if something happened with the water heater, and I walked out in the garage and I could see that water was just flowing from the wall all the way out like Niagara Falls. It was like incredible. It's like, holy moly, what's going on? So when I came out, I saw the water was flowing out through the garage, opened up the garage door. It was just crazy. When I walked into the house again, I noticed that the tile was actually hot under my feet. It wasn't wet, so the water's coming, hot water's coming up underneath and making the tile hot. When IRS came out, they literally had 14 fans throughout the house, drying everything out. It took about 3 days. We left them running, and they kept coming and check on it every day. It was really cool. Even the owner of the company came out to check on everything. It was service that I really didn't expect, was glad to see. So IRS said they can actually move my belongings so that when the construction starts, they won't have all this in the way. And then when they're done, IRS will bring it back, which is really cool. I highly recommend Insurance Restoration Services. Rich and his crew went above and beyond the call of duty. It's amazing the experience I had with them. It's a bad situation. I hope the rest of my project goes as well as it did this first step. The crew followed up and has kept up with me to make sure everything's going good, offered all kinds of advice for me to move the project forward to get back to my life.
When we initially arrived here in the dining room, this was all laminate flooring. The thing with laminate flooring is there's a vapor barrier that's put down over the concrete in order to prevent moisture from wicking up through the concrete. What happens is the moisture will get trapped in between that vapor barrier and the laminate flooring, and if it's not addressed, the laminate will warp. You have the potential for mold to grow underneath the flooring, between the vapor barrier and the flooring. So we had to actually take up the laminate flooring through this area to ensure that everything was dried out and get to the trapped moisture. That was all through the dining room, into the entryway over here, flowing into the kitchen, and then into the kitchen. We had damage to the kitchen cabinets, so we had to actually remove the bottom part of the kitchen cabinets, called the toe kick, in order to dry out the cabinets and the walls behind the cabinets. So that's what you can see right here. And the damage continued on back through the hallway, into the bedroom, the laundry room areas. You can see the source was actually in the garage, so the water originated in the garage, came up through the floor, and traveled all the way out here through the dining room, kitchen, and entryway areas. So we have an exterior wall right here. There was trapped wet insulation inside this wall, so we had to remove drywall to get the wet insulation out. You can see we also took the baseboards off the walls and removed the carpet padding from underneath the carpet. Once we removed the carpet padding, took the baseboards off the walls, and pulled up the laminate flooring, we set up 14 air movers and a dehumidifier in here. That took 3 days to get the property dry, and once we were done, the construction company was ready to begin repairs.